Last weekend I was invited to a little music festival get-together, shindig deal, down there in Oregon, Missouri. My good buddy Ted gave me a pretty cool flyer that looked pretty good, yeah. It said in big, bold letters, 13 DJs next Saturday night out at Slick Nick's trailer. Just off the interstate, first exit after the fireworks stand. Special guest, DJ Scuzzy. Brace yourself for the grandeur. DJ Scuzzy, traversing the California skies all the way to Missouri, poised to unleash the most dank-ass 3-hour EDM performance Oregon, Missouri has ever had the privilege to experience. Indulge in the trifecta of blazing infernos and libations flowing forth, unencumbered by fiscal constraints. I looked over the flyer and said to Ted, 3 bonfires and free booze? Sign me up. Anywho, we couldn't pass this up. This was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for both Ted and I to explore a new music genre, and maybe I could finally get the nerve to dance again. As I had gone a good 5 years without dancing since my split with the ex-wife. Fucking caught her dancing with my buddy Gary. Walked in the bar and there they were dancing to Tuesday's Gone. That was our fucking wedding song, Gary. Leonard Skinner, you son of a bitch. Fucking lost all my money on your microgreen scams and stole my wife on that cruise I won. But that's neither here nor there. Maybe a real life West Coast DJ could surely help me dance again, get out of this rut, and forget about my ex-wife. So we jumped into Ted's old rusty pickup and winded our way down through the Los Hills, right down to Missouri. So, following the map on the flyer, we pulled off the interstate past the fireworks stand and up to a real run-down, overgrown acreage in the middle of nowhere. Looked straight up abandoned and haunted. And before we could even park the truck, some joker with dreadlocks jumped out of the brush and immediately was trying to sell me some of the whacky tobacco. I declined, told him I had sufficient amount of PBR to get me through all the night's festivities, and 13 DJs, 3 bonfires. But this guy had some audacity. He escalated further as he attempted to lure me into acquiring some sort of pharmaceuticals called Mickey Finn's, Blue Dolphins, and Charlie Chan's. I had no idea what those were. But before I could decline the Blue Dolphins, my good buddy Ted jumped out of the truck and winked at me and said, I'm going to need me some of them Blue Dolphins to get my swerve on and get turned up. And in a flash, he vanished into the abyss of the rundown trailer house with the dreadlock drug dealer, taking Ted's cash and leading the way through the overgrowth of brush and weeds. Well, a good 2 hours went by, and I listened to the first few DJs by myself. They weren't the greatest. Must have been local DJs. And when they finally finished up, there was about 45 more minutes of gear set up for the main act. Some blue-haired guy in a dress came out, and I just assumed that was DJ Scuzzy, and he plugged in his MacBook, and the fog and laser lights came on, and DJ Scuzzy started his set. The bass dropped and everybody started hula hooping, juggling, mud dancing, and throwing glow sticks around. And just as the music started to get good, all of a sudden, my good buddy Ted came running out of the trailer house, completely naked and barefoot. His eyes were the size of dinner plates, and goddamn, he was being chased by the drug dealer with dreadlocks, waving a fucking machete, cursing at Ted. So the crowd cleared to avoid the madman with the machete, and my naked buddy Ted completely stoned out of his gourd when Ted jumped right over the bonfire, defying all logic and physics. He landed completely unscathed on his bare feet, yelling, "Hey, Jim, we best be getting out of here." Well, the drug dealer was right on his ass, and he jumped through the fire as well. But he must have done a miscalculation on the account that his dreadlocks caught on fire. So, in the middle of DJ Scuzzy's epic 3-hour set at a trailer house in rural Missouri, before I could even bust a move or crack open my second PBR, my good buddy Ted and I had to flee Missouri. Half lit up in the middle of the night. Luckily, we made it back to Rulo in one piece about 3 a.m. Sunday morning. But unfortunately, fate was a little less forgiving for that drug dealer and his tangled dreadlocks, which, in a cruel twist of destiny, lost those beautiful dreadlocks to the third bonfire in the middle of DJ Scuzzy's epic 3-hour DJ set.